The man looked ahead in terror. He quickly buried his head in the water. He held his breath the entire time, too afraid to move. Then a pair of huge feet appeared before him. The sheep under the feet bolted away. But the next second, a giant hand snatched it up. The man still buried in the water didn't dare stir. The next moment, a horrifying sight left him stunned. The terrified man opened his mouth wide in fear. After his companion behind the tree let out a long breath, curiosity got the better of him. He peeked out to look. He stared in disbelief at the giant before him. Just as he was transfixed, the giant seemed to catch his scent. Neil panicked and ducked back behind the tree. The giant then strode forward. The man, unable to hold his breath any longer, popped up from the water. But the fearsome giant still spotted Neil behind the tree. He simply uprooted the entire tree. Sensing danger, Neil staggered back. For 3 whole years, the two stared into each other's eyes. Neil finally snapped out of it and turned to run. The giant just stood there, watching Neil sprint away, in no hurry as he let him flee. Then the giant closed the distance in 3 huge steps and slapped Neil unconscious with one palm. Curious about these unfamiliar humans, the terrifying giant leaned in for a closer look. Just as he picked up Neil to leave, the captain, desperate to save him, charged forward with a sword. He thrust the blade into the giant's ankle. The giant flinched in pain but only glanced back. With a casual kick, the captain was sent flying meters away, slamming into a rock and blacking out. The giant pulled the sword from his foot, picked up the captain, and carried both of them away. Jack could only watch helplessly as his comrades were captured. The giant looked at his prey with satisfaction, then turned and walked off. Fearing discovery, Jack hid back in the water again. Thankfully, the giant didn't notice him, and walked right past. Once the giant was gone, Jack, quietly, trailed behind, hoping to find a chance to rescue his friends.